Spreading facts isn't a smear campaign, except it actually is. A smear campaign can include anything from true things to false things to everything in between. Straight from the dictionary, it's an intentional, premeditated effort to undermine an individual's reputation, credibility, and character. We now know 100% that these guys were running a smear campaign against Blake Lively and even her husband, Ryan Reynolds. And we know that they paid to do this. We know that they paid Jed Wallace, the internet hitman, to do whatever it is he does with his company behind the scenes, $30,000 a month for 3 months. So the man earned $90,000. We also know that they paid Melissa Nathan and her company at Tag to do this as well. As you know from my last video, we've now seen Exhibit 55, which is Blake Lively's lawyers filing examples of the emails and text messages they now have proving the PR smear campaign. From the very beginning, his team has been pushing out the theory that all of the hate towards Blake Lively has been organic. That is their favorite word to use in this. It's all organic. That they, yes, had planned this PR smear campaign, but they didn't have to follow through with it because of all of you. Everyone just organically started hating Blake Lively out of nowhere. People like to say, no, she did it to herself because of how she was marketing the movie. The flowers, she was pushing her liquor, she was pushing her hair care brand. This is why they hated her. We now have proof that his team, Tag, Melissa Nathan, they were feeding this information to the media. We actually have an email, a text message where Melissa Nathan's team states that they sent bullet points on what to write and what to say to media reps that were putting out these articles claiming that there was all this hate towards Blake Lively because of the marketing. His marketing team are the ones that came up with the floral theme. He's wearing florals. He was the first one that did the tour of the big floral pop-ups they had in New York for It Ends With Us. He was the first one doing all of this marketing, not Blake. Blake is not the first one that said, grab your friends, wear your florals. That was actually two influencers, and his marketing team loved it so much, they got Blake to say it in a video for them. We've already seen his marketing plan for the movie where it tells them all during interviews to downplay the DV side of things and to boost the love and light and the positivity of the movie. We've also now been able to see the emails and text messages where he and his team flip the script on this. They start instead telling him to start talking more about DV. He asks them to change his Instagram bio to include DV situations and to now boost and promote the DV sides of things while sending the information to media outlets and content creators that she's laughing about DV situations. Who do you think was cutting all of her interviews to take out the parts where she's actually discussing DV and to only include parts that were her laughing and joking with the reporters and interviewers? We've now seen the emails and text messages from his publicist, Jennifer Abel, where she's gone back and found old videos of Blake Lively where people are questioning her reputation or saying that she had trouble on the set of Gossip Girl and sending it to his team saying, let's boost this, let's amplify this, get in the comments and start writing things. We've now seen the examples of the emails and text messages that they were sending out to content creators like these 4 they were working with. We just saw one sent to Perez Hilton where he's asking for the inside scoop, and Melissa Nathan at Tag writes back and says, we would love it if you wrote this, and tells him what to say and even says, say it's a source close to production. Whether you believe Blake Lively was sexually harassed on the set of It Ends With Us or not, there is 100% proof now that Justin Baldoni's team was in fact running a PR smear campaign against her. Now, PR smear campaigns are not typically illegal. However, they can cross over into the defamation territory, and then it does become illegal. So if you are spreading something that is false, damaging, or made with a malicious intent, it is illegal. It is also illegal when you have filed a protected claim of sexual harassment in the workplace against someone. They cannot retaliate against you by doing a PR smear campaign. We've seen the emails of Blake Lively complaining about sexual harassment on the workplace while she was filming It Ends With Us. We've also seen the document where they decided moving forward, they would put certain things in place, and they signed this contract stating that they would not retaliate against Blake for coming forward with her issues. We all witnessed the hit Blake Lively's reputation took after Justin Baldoni hired Melissa Nathan and Jed Wallace. This is a graph from a company that was hired to go through the internet and record all the hits on Blake Lively's name, whether it was positive or negative. Before the release of It Ends With Us, Blake was regarded fairly highly. These are the hits on Blake Lively's name before, mainly all green. After the release of It Ends With Us and Jed Wallace and Melissa Nathan were hired, this is what happened. And it's because we've seen the evidence now that Justin Baldoni's team was seeding and spreading information. They were in comment sections, posting the narrative they wanted to push. They were in Reddit creating threads and doing whatever they do over there. They were also sending information to media outlets of what they wanted in articles. And they were also in communication with content creators and telling them what to post. We've even seen an email where Sage Steele, a YouTuber, was actually sending her script to Melissa Nathan and everyone there to get feedback. And then they started pushing out all of these negative videos, spreading the theories they wanted to spread. So no, it is not organic when you hire a company to come up with these narratives and theories, push it out to the media, and then the media runs with it. That is the opposite of organic. The team Justin Baldoni hired were calculated, experienced, and very good at what they do. But so was Justin Baldoni. This is one theory that he wanted to come up with, and I don't know if his team ever did run with this or not, but he wanted his neurodivergence to be pushed out so that he could use that as an excuse for why he said and did the things that he did on set with Blake Lively and the other females that had issues. He even called this an offensive move to start telling people that he was neurodivergent so that when the things he said and did came out, he could say it was just due to social awkwardness and impulsive speech. So yes, boosting and amplifying positive content about yourself while you're boosting and posting negative content about someone else, whether that's fact or fiction, is a PR smear campaign. And it is illegal if it runs into defamation or if you have filed a protected claim and it's retaliation.